There's a great story coming out of Maine that really shows you the relationship between the media and the politicians in the United States. From the article, quote, following a critical series of articles in 3 Maine newspapers this week, Maine Governor Paul LePage, who's a Republican, his office has cut off those papers' access to administration officials. The same week, the Portland Press Herald, the Kennebec Journal, and the Morning Sentinel published an in-depth analysis of the administration's work to undermine environmental protections. A spokeswoman told them they would no longer respond to requests, even for public documents, because the newspaper's parent company, quote, made it clear that it opposed the administration. The papers conducted an extensive investigation into a former corporate lobbyist appointed by LePage to be commissioner of Maine's Department of Environmental Protection. What they found was that Patricia Aho, awesome last name, side note, has fought environmental laws and enforcement since her appointment in 2011. So understand what's going on here. The media in Maine, some local media outlets in Maine, were just flat out doing their job in covering the administration and the decisions he was making and the people he was appointing. And they found out, well, hey, wait a second. One of the people you appointed to a very important job for environmental protection was a former corporate lobbyist for the companies that she's now supposed to be regulating. So she has a tremendous conflict of interest because her buddies are in that industry. Never mind the fact that she might want to go back to it after when she's done in government, right? So they're doing all of these rollbacks of regulations, and they're conceding and not doing their job and letting the businesses run wild and ruin the environment in multiple ways. And they give all the details of that. And as a response to that, the administration just flat out says, you no longer have access to us anymore. All of your sources in the administration are cut off. Any of them that talk to you are going to be fired. And I love the response from the administration because it shows you how arrogant they are and how little they understand the system in the United States of America. They actually said, we're cutting ties with the paper because they made it clear that they opposed the administration. But their job isn't to support the administration. Their job is to get the facts out, and if the facts happen to paint you in a negative light, then by golly, you might want to change your gosh darn policy now, don't you? So, I'm telling you this particular story, and again, this comes directly out of Maine, because you think this is just Maine? No, this is our media on a federal level and a national level as well, in a nutshell. So, you never see the Beltway establishment reporters and journalists actually asking really hard questions and actually holding the politicians' feet to the fire and calling them out on their bullshit, right? They always give more softball questions, and if they go hard, they make sure it's not too hard because you don't want to ruin your access. Because who is a politician more likely to grant special interviews, updates on what's going on? Are they going to go to the person who's buddy-buddy with them, who always talks about them in a positive light, or are they going to go to the person who talks about them in a negative light? They're obviously going to go to their buddies, their friends, who don't say bad things about them. Now, what is the solution to this? Because this is a major problem, and it's a systemic problem, right? The answer is everybody in the media. I know this is almost idealistic. It almost sounds completely naive, right? But it is possible. Everybody in the media needs to get on the same page. Because if every single part of the media determines we're going to ask the politicians the tough questions, we're going to call them out on their corruption and their BS, then they have to go to you if everybody's being hard, if everybody's being difficult, right? But since everybody's scrambling for access and they want to get the first story, they care more about being first than being right. They care more about getting consistent access than getting the actual facts and the reality out.